It is so hot.
Hello, yes, you've read the title correctly. I bought an Hublot, and it's not even for a cool reason or a cool story, but we'll get into that in a minute. For now, this is my personal Hublot Service Watch, circa 1990s, 2000s. I've had a bit of a thing for these for a while, so the whole idea here was to be like a courtesy car for the wrist. You know, when you go in to get some work done in your car, the repair shop maybe gives you a car to loan in the meantime. Same idea here. When a client's Hublot went away to be serviced, the distributor would lend them a watch, maybe one of these, until it was back. I think it's important to distinguish these were not a servicing gift, hence the words service and not for sale on the case back. Now, there are two distinct eras these watches can fall into. There is the original MDM Genève era, which this one falls into, started in 1993, featuring a giant H at 12 o'clock, service at 6, and the distinct caseback. Then, there's a 2012 revamp with the black composite Hublot Atelier Watch. I mean, I obviously prefer this era, hence why I bought it. It almost feels like the anti-Hublot Hublot. This is pre-Big Bang, this is pre-Jean-Claude Biver. It comes from a time when the brand was still closely connected to Carlo Crocco and MDM Genève. So, Hublot was founded in 1980, and its defining idea was the combination of a precious metal watch with a rubber strap. I know it doesn't sound outrageous today, but at the time it was a genuinely unusual mixture of traditional luxury and industrial materials, or as Hublot would call it, the art of fusion. I didn't really buy this for the specs, but for anyone who is curious, this has a case diameter of 36 millimeters in a porthole kind of classic fusion shape, incredibly thin, only 7.2 millimeters thickness, 41 millimeter lug to lug, and a brushed stainless steel case. On the wrist, it's a bit loose on me. The integrated bracelet is a bit long for me, but it's been great in these summer months. I'm someone who puffs up a lot when I'm warm, so it's nice having something that's a little bit loose that can accommodate all my extra water weight. For size reference, here it is on my 5.5-inch wrist and my husband's 7-inch wrist. I think it wears fantastic on him if you're someone who likes the smaller watch trend, and if you want something that's kind of offbeat, this is great for that. I am sure most of the eagle-eyed viewers have already figured out it is quartz powered. This is not a deadbeat seconds going on here. It's hard to find information on the movement. I've seen some say it's Swiss quartz and others saying it is the Miyota 6L32. I honestly don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable saying definitively what it is. I would say it is probably a fairly basic quartz movement. Nothing to write home about. I don't think anyone is buying these for the specs. It's for someone who likes the lore, smaller cases, and things that are a bit odd. One of the reasons it first caught my eye is it almost looks like a prototype. It is essentially a stripped down MDM Hublot. The porthole architecture remains, the lateral ears or projections, the black dial and strap. It's all very Hublot design language. But the usual MDM Genève branding is replaced by service, and there's no date, no hour markers, no mechanical movement to admire, not even Hublot text. It is essentially the most reduced, minimalist version of the Hublot MDM, which is ironic because modern Hublot is all about excess and maximalism. So, the big question is, how have these found their way to market? And there's a few different probable routes. For one, customers failing to return them. This is the most obvious route, especially with the newer Atelier pieces. A customer receives a relatively inexpensive quartz loaner, while Hublot is holding a far more valuable watch. Administration fails all the time. Maybe the customer's watch was sent back to them separate to the retailer who gave them the loaner watch. Maybe the person who gave them the loaner watch from the retailer now doesn't work there and it just gets lost in the shuffle. Maybe the customer just had a cheeky ask and asked if they could keep the loaner watch and they said yes. The Financial Times even characterized courtesy watches as watches that rarely get returned, although we don't know the precise quantities that are out there. Number 2, retailers and distributors just retain obsolete stock. This is just boring administrative shuffle again, but maybe when different shops close, or maybe they change ownerships, maybe they stop carrying Hublot, watches could end up with former employees, retail owners, a whole host of people. This is particularly plausible with new old stock. When it's showing no signs of wear, it was probably just sat in a drawer somewhere rather than escaping via a customer. And number 3, employees or boutique personnel acquired them. Similarly, just more administrative stuff, maybe when the program was replaced or if a piece had become too worn to issue. An employee may have been allowed to keep it or just removed from their inventory altogether. I think this is especially plausible with the 90s, 2000s examples. A lot of brands just weren't as clerical back then. I don't think they would have cared. Honestly, I think that covers most of these. I think brands were much more blasé back then. I don't think money was as tight. Things weren't all computerized as they are now. I just don't think they would have cared about a few quartz loaners. The long short of it is, obviously, some units have leaked into private collections. Most examples were legitimately disposed of by a distributor or gifted with permission and written off. I think that's what I like so much about these. They're this weird, rare time capsule into Hublot's customer service. Never commercially available, genuine Hublot manufacture. It's not an aftermarket customization, and it's relatively inexpensive in the world of luxury watches. I paid £900 for mine, and I just like it. I can already feel it in the comment section. People are going to say, "You paid £900 for a quartz watch?" And I mean, fair play. I overspend on quartz way too much. And once again, my camera has overheated and I have to go to this. Maybe I should stop spending all my money on quartz watches and get an AC unit. They're just not as common here in the UK, but that's neither here nor there. No one is buying these for the movement or the specs. I think it is all about the little time capsule that it is and just being a kind of silly, cool thing to own. I'd be upset with myself if I didn't emphasize how fantastic these wear. It is a true joy to wear. And maybe watches don't always have to be so serious. Maybe they don't have to be these crazy heavy-hitting spec beasts. We always say buy what you love. So maybe we should just let people buy what they love. I'd love to know in the comments down below if you have any silly, whimsical pieces that you love too. Let me know down there. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. As always, thank you for your viewership. And now, thank you to the Pope Tier patrons. Get their names on the screen. Everything is overheating here, guys. It's all breaking. Finally, let's be myself. This is one of the better things I've ever bought. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Whew. Anyways, this channel keeps running because of you, fabulous names on the screen, the Pope Tier patrons. Thank you. I hope you keep enjoying the work here. I hope you keep enjoying watches forever above all else. Someone asked me recently, like, is it hard to keep making interesting videos? Do you run out of ideas? And no, I don't, because there's still so many awesome watches being made, so many new things to learn. Even these aren't brand new. You're just learning new things as you go. I think I have the best job in the whole world. And that's made possible because of you guys. You're all awesome. See you in the next one. Oh yeah.